Hello and welcome to iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy. This is Uncut Xcom 2. It's just you, me, some gameplay, and of course, my soldiers are joining us as well this time, because this is a tactical shooter and there's more than one character. But anyway, I'm gonna shut up now because this is a cutscene.
Excitement continues to build as city centers across the globe prepare for the 20th anniversary of Unification Day.
Thousands line up at the site of the Great Accord, celebrating the formation of the Advent Coalition.
Keeping with their promise to humanity, 12 new gene therapy clinics will be opening in select cities by the end of the new year.
Despite the attempted attack by fringe elements, operations at the new facility in Paris thankfully remain unaffected.
In response to the unprovoked intrusion on the eve of our most beloved celebration, the speaker reaches out to us.
A small number of dissidents again repeat the mistakes of the old world.
Striking as we celebrate the benevolent savior who time and again offers only friendship and compassion.
Yet these trivial actions could never break the bond between humanity and the Elders.
Peacekeeping forces have already made several preemptive arrests of known collaborators. Advent again assures all citizens that today's celebrations will continue as planned.
Perfect.
The Advent administration reminds you to report all suspicious activity to your nearest peacekeeper. Only together can we build a better tomorrow.
Approaching position. You were right. They've definitely got their hands full today.
Stay focused. Prep gate crasher.
60 seconds. Now.
Signal received. Loud and clear. Okay, Gatecrasher. Your turn.
Advent forces are swarming to the blast point. We need to move on the package before they figure out what we're up to.
Okay, so here we go. This is the tutorial mission for XCOM 2. Now, it's a little bit on the boring side, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I think it's necessary. Now, I've played XCOM Enemy Unknown and Enemy Within and all of that stuff, all the expansion packs for the original game. I didn't play any of the modded stuff, but I do know how XCOM works. I know how to play this game. But I haven't played XCOM Enemy Unknown in years. It's been a very long time since I've even touched it or even had it installed on my computer, right? So I'm rusty. Right? I'm rusty. So I'm going through the tutorial, not just for you as a person that maybe has never even seen XCOM before, but also for me, because I want to refresh myself. I want to refresh myself a little bit on how this game works, right? So right now I'm going through the basics. I'm just moving soldiers around, and getting a little cutscene as well. And a plane is flying up. Oh my gosh, it's humongous. It's right outside the window. My goodness.
Keep to the shadows until you're absolutely set. We'll only get one shot at this.
I do apologize about the plane flying overhead, but that is a perfect segue into the concealment thing. It's a cool feature in XCOM 2 where you start off some missions hidden from the enemy, so you can sort of sneak around a little bit and get the jump on soldiers, and give yourself a nice little advantage. Unfortunately, as soon as you open fire, concealment is gone, but it's still cool. It's, you know, it's just like that early game thing that gives you another thing to think about before you actually engage. Just another layer of strategy to make the game a little bit more challenging, a little bit more cerebral. It's really cool. XCOM 2, it's a really cool game. Now, if you followed this game at all, then I'm sure you've already seen a million and one of the cool kids and the popular YouTubers talking about the features and playing early press release versions and shit like that. That we haven't done any of that stuff. I've never played this game before, and it's all new to me. So, you know, forgive me if I'm showing you stuff that you've already seen. But if you haven't already seen it, you don't have to forgive me for anything. Just watch and enjoy. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so those red tiles on the floor, those are the sight radius, or the sight radii for the enemy soldiers, right? So if I step on those tiles, then they're gonna see me, and then I'm gonna be exposed, right? But additionally, if I shoot them, that is also gonna end my concealment. So, you know, you have options. You can choose to shoot them in the face directly, just be blunt, shoot them right in the face, whatever. Or you can set up an ambush with the Overwatch technique. It's really cool. There's options. There's options in this game. That's what makes it really fun to play. It's all the different tactical options, and the tactical options aren't just on the battlefield. But we'll get into that later in the future. In the future, right? And technically we are in the future, right? This game takes place 20 years after XCOM Enemy Unknown. The premise of the game is that the aliens came down during XCOM Enemy Unknown, and what started off as a little sort of war turned into just a full-blown invasion, and they took this motherfucker over. They took over the Earth, and they just changed everything. They started flipping tables and just raising hell, and now we are living in an occupied Earth run by the aliens, and they're sort of their own little trooper guys. They're, you know, they're little Advent soldiers, as they're called, and it's really cool. You know, you feel from the get-go like a resistance fighter. Like, they really drove that home with the initial cutscenes. It definitely feels. Woof, brother almost got shot right there, but he's evasive. He's dodging bullets out here, dodging lasers, I should say. Those don't look like bullets, but you know. But yeah, it's ooh. That wasn't pretty. I was hoping she would make it to the end, but even in the tutorial, they lay it on pretty heavy. They're killing people just straight out the gate. That is a sign of things to come, though. In XCOM, people die. People die. And that's something you're going to have to get used to, which is why somebody dies in the tutorial. But whatever. You know, and all things considered, I understand. The tutorial, it's kind of boring. It's not the most exciting thing ever, but it does set up the game for you in the sense that it gives you some story elements that I'm not sure if you get those story elements if you just start a new game right away, but either way, for a first time playing through the game, I hope that burp didn't come out on the mic, but if it's your first time playing through the game, or what have you, even if you're a veteran, it's worth going through. What's going on here? People getting shot in the back, that's what's going on. But who's shooting him in the back? I didn't know I had an extra soldier off to the side. He's trying to get away. He's not going to get away, though. Look at this guy. Look at this tough guy. Being all Rambo. That's what I'm talking about.
Transmission.
Central, reporting in.
You're late. What have you been doing down there?
Taking in the sights.
What the hell are these things?
They're us. At least there used to be. Human hybrid soldiers. Advent's reward for obedience and service.
We've all heard rumors. I just never believed it was true.
No one wanted to. But we find what we're looking for today. I promise you that's gonna change. Let's move.
Boom. Okay, so 2 things. That was an Advent soldier. 3 things. They're calling in reinforcements. That's number 1. That's probably the most important thing. The second thing, Advent soldiers used to be humans. They've been modified by the aliens. Number 3, that was Central Officer Bradford. If you played Enemy Unknown, then you know who Central Officer Bradford is already. He was the guy that was always talking in your ear, telling you where to go, telling you what the mission was and stuff like that. But now, apparently, he's like this pseudo-Rambo character, just coming in here dropping bodies and taking names, kicking people's faces off and shit. But either way, I appreciate it. Central got my back. So we're almost through with the tutorial, but you know, when you're actually playing through it, jumping through windows and shit, look at that. But when you're actually playing through it, it doesn't feel like it's dragging its feet at all. I mean, because I've gone through some tutorials in some games, and it's just like, okay, I get everything that's going on. And by this point in the tutorial, I feel like I understood everything that the game had to offer, more or less. You know, how everything was coming back to me from my days with Enemy Unknown. But it's still, I wasn't in a rush to finish it. You know, I wasn't saying to myself, okay, I really got to get through this. I just want to start playing the game now. Because it felt like, with the mix of the cutscenes and the gameplay, it felt like the story was actually, I was playing through more of an experience than a tutorial. And that's really cool. And there's 3 guys in here, that 3 Advent soldiers, and that one guy had the little red cape on. What was it, like an ascot or something? But he's obviously the commander of that squad or something. Look at him, he's got that little tassel on his back. He's obviously the big bad guy. Look at that. That is Overwatch right there. He's gonna take a shot at that guy because he was overwatching. If somebody moves when you have Overwatch up, you take a shot at them. There's a chance to miss, of course, and there's also an aim penalty on it. But in the tutorial, you've got super aim, so you're gonna make that shot. It's great. It's great. I like it. I like it. Now I hope Brother Man makes it to the end, because I would love to promote this guy. I should stop. I'm sitting here like I don't know. He's gonna die pretty soon. But either way, when I was playing through it the first time, I did really want him to survive, and not just because he's black, but because you never want your soldiers to die in XCOM. Even the straight up rookies, you don't want them to die, because every life is valuable. And this is not a camera glitch. I am an idiot. That was what that was. So far in my couple of hours of playing, I haven't seen any glitches, which is a good thing. But what I have seen is something that you're about to see, and that is the hack feature. It's a really cool feature. It's one of the developers said this at some point, that they believe that XCOM 2 is the only game with a hack feature that isn't a minigame. You just go to the objective, you click it, and you have options to choose from. And those options have different effects. But we'll talk more about that in more depth when it actually becomes more of a serious mechanic, you know what I'm saying? And I guess just an FYI, I'm not always going to do post-game commentary. Wait a minute, there's a cutscene.
Let's hope our intel was good.
This is the place.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Looks like there's an access panel attached. If you got me a better look, I might be able to...
Next time. Let's get out of here.
Wow, the level of badassery being exuded from Central Officer Bradford is ridiculous. This guy is just, he's not playing no games, and I love that about it. I love the characters. I'm falling in love with the characters already. There is another plane flying overhead, but that's fine. I'm gonna keep talking. Right on it's getting loud. Oh my gosh.
Firebrand is holding nearby for evac, but it's now or never, Central.
Understood. We're on the move.
Okay, the plane is gone. Now, the tutorial is finally coming to a close, but once again, not in a... See, I told you, Brother Man was gonna die. Brother Man is gonna die. That's how you treat the rookies, a.k.a. the red shirts, a.k.a. the gold shirts in Next Generation and the other Star Trek. That's how you treat them. Rookies just get mowed down, and it always sucks when they do get mowed down, because you never want your soldiers to die in XCOM. You get attached to them. You get attached to them. But either way, we're going to try and get this girl out of here. Spoiler alert, maybe she doesn't make it. I don't know. I'm not going to spoil it for you. But, you know, you're going to find out soon enough. So we're just rushing to the evac point, throwing grenades. Boom. If you've never played XCOM before, then you didn't know that there was destructible environment. You can destroy cover, you can destroy walls. It's really cool. Just blow stuff up. I mean, when is blowing stuff up not cool? Never. Blowing stuff up is never not cool. So anyway, carry that body. Working them legs, 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 working them legs. There we go. Okay, so we're right at the end of the tutorial. So I hope you enjoyed watching this. I'm not always going to do post-game commentaries. Evasive. I'm not always going to do post-game commentaries for this. Sometimes I would do commentary as I'm playing it. As I'm making the decisions, I'm going to talk through it. But for this tutorial, I felt like it was a good idea to just talk over it afterwards, because I didn't know what the flow of the cutscenes was going to be and all that stuff. It was my first time going through it. It was a special moment for me, and I just wanted to feel it. I wanted to feel everything. Now, last but not least, before we close out, we're going to call in that evac. Going to call out that... Call in the chopper. Get to the chopper. Come on. Come on. Call the chopper. Click the button and then put the evac point and then come on, let's go. At this point in the game, I didn't realize I could rotate my camera, or better yet, I didn't customize my keybinds yet. I use custom keybinds on every game that I play because I have a very strange setup, but that's not, you don't care about what kind of setup I have. That's completely irrelevant. But anyway, the evac point is down. Bradford working them legs, working them legs, working them legs, working them legs. Boom. He's he's in the drop point. And here we go. He's about to extract as soon as I figure out how to do it. And it's as simple as clicking a button. I have clicked the button. I am extracting, and boom, cutscene time. Let's get into it. Oh, dodging bullets, using that tutorial power to get out of there. Stormtrooper aim. You already know what the deal is.
There's potentially decades of atrophy to contend with.
Wish we had more time.
I don't disagree.
But as it stands now, we risk losing the patient if we don't begin the removal procedure immediately.
We're ready.
Good. Then let's get on with it.
Remarkable.
Just like 20 years ago. We were still calling it a war back then. We had no idea what was coming.
Response from the cerebral cortex. Good. Prepping for cranial intrusion. I've managed to identify the connection. Preparing to make final incision.
These readings are getting really erratic.
Of course they are. These implants were never designed to be removed. We are risking severe...
No plan B here, people. Do it.
Pupillary response normal. Vital stabilizing. Procedure complete.
Told him it would take more than that to keep you down. Welcome back, Commander. Glad to see you're finally coming out of it. Don't envy the headache you must have, though. Still, can't fault Dr. Tigan. Especially as no one's even attempted something like this before. Easy. We're still not entirely sure what they did to you. That chip was buried halfway into your skull. Lost a lot of good soldiers looking for you over the years. Almost gave up hope you were still out there. Acted on the intel as soon as I got word. Not sure what you remember, but a lot's changed. Did the best I could, but the last 20 years have been tough without you. You feel like catching up. Shen has the archive up and running on your terminal. Otherwise, I'd go see Dr. Tigan when you're ready. There's some things you should know. He'll be better at explaining them than me. It's damn good to have you back, Commander.
Wow, and it is damn good to be back. That was emotional. Coming from XCOM Enemy Unknown, I shed a little bit of a tear for that. But anyway, thank you everyone for watching iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy. I hope you enjoyed it, because I enjoyed playing through it. I'm going to do a full playthrough of this game, so if you like this, then you're going to like the rest of it. So just keep tuning in, keep watching, keep commenting, keep liking, keep subscribing, all that good stuff. Thank you so much.